Hello my dears, and welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Pamela and I put out beauty related videos sometimes. So I know it's been a couple of weeks since my last video, but it has been a tough 3 weeks in my household. We did have 2 family members pass away in the past 3 weeks. 2020, right? And then the election happened, you guys, and I don't know about you, but the election had my husband and I up until well, we're still trying to recover in our sleep schedule. That's basically probably everybody's story right now, because it's just been so nerve-wracking to watch, you know, this election go down the way that it is. And I never in a million years thought that something like this was going to affect my life so much, but let me tell you, it has a lot. So that's basically what's been going on. So I don't want to babble about that anymore, and let's get into this video. So you've already read the title, you know what we're going to talk about today. I recently purchased the e.l.f. Flawless Brightening Concealer. I have mine in the shade Light 26N. This is the outer packaging, just in case you're curious. I don't know if it's available at any other retail stores, but I did pick mine up on elf.com. Retails for $5. It is one of those clicky pens. I don't want to click it because I don't want to waste the product, but it distributes the product you know, through this like brush tip applicator. As far as packaging goes, I love it. I love that the shade of the concealer is the shade of the packaging. I think that's quite nice. I also do like brush tip applicators for my concealer. I don't have a problem with that. I think it disperses the product really nicely, and it gives me that nostalgic LA girl concealer vibes. I used to love that concealer. It was like my ride or die for the longest time. But I do enjoy the packaging, and yeah, that's what I gotta say about that. As far as what's written on the back of the box, I did want to read this description out loud just so that you can get an idea as to what e.l.f. is claiming this little bad boy can do. And yeah, here we go. Luminosity is a click away. Create a brightened, flawless complexion with a flick of a pen. Use this buildable brightening concealer to highlight all over your face. This luxurious but lightweight formula brightens and highlights your key features. Infused with hyaluronic acid and vitamin C, this formula works to conceal uneven skin tone. Directions: shake well while pointing the tip downward and click the concealer slowly until you see the formula. Apply to the desired areas to highlight and use your fingers or a concealer brush to blend out. Perfect for an easy touch-up on the go. Now, let's get into what I really think about this product. So this is the second day that I have been wearing this little concealer, and I've got my pros and I've got my cons. Although it's only been 2 days, I can definitely say with confidence that I do know what I like in my concealer. I've been using concealer for quite some time now, and I know what's good and I know what's not. And I don't want to say that this is terrible, but I will say this is not full coverage at all. If you prefer a full coverage concealer, I love the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer in the satin finish. As you can see, mine is pretty much almost done. I actually have to replace this one because I love this so much, because not only is it lightweight, super duper full coverage, it's also buildable in case you're looking for more coverage. However, I think one swipe does well enough. This is nothing like the Camo concealers, like not even close. It does feel nice on the under eyes. It really is incredibly lightweight. I do prefer blending this one out with a brush, because with a sponge you will soak up literally all of the product. I did try to build it up in, I think it was yesterday. I didn't build it up today just because I didn't feel like, I'm telling you, I didn't want to, so that's all. That's how I'm gonna justify that. But I did build it up yesterday. I did 2 or 3 layers and it still didn't give me the coverage that I was looking for. Nothing like this little bad boy does. However, I did pair them and I quite liked that. I did one instance where I put this product on first, and then I layered this one on top for a more brightening look. That looked really nice. And then I did the opposite, where I went in with the brightening one and then I went in with the satin camo concealer, and same, like there really isn't any different way that you could apply these two together, but I just wanted to test that out for myself. In today's demo, I did go in with this first just so that you could see what that looked like, how it applied, how it blended, how it looked under the eye, and then I topped it off with a little bit of the Hydrating Camo Concealer. So do you need both? No, I would just definitely recommend purchasing this one if you're looking for something that's full on coverage. If you don't need so much coverage and you want something to just brighten up the under eye, then definitely go with this one. Now, that is the only con I think I have, is that it's not full coverage enough for me. As far as my pros, I do have a couple of pros, and that is it's really, really, really nice to use to carve out my brows. I never did that step before, but as of lately, I feel like I have nowhere to go. I have plenty of time to do my makeup, and I'm not in any hurry or anything like that because quarantine life is all about living in the moment now, especially if you're just stuck at home. So I figured, why the heck not? Why not start carving out the brows? So that's what I've been doing, and I thought that this product would be really good for that, and boy was I right. It is wonderful because of how small the applicator is, and plus what I do is I only click it once, and with that one click I can get both brows, and it does a really, really nice job at highlighting the brow bone here and above the eyebrow. So I really, really like it for that. I also really like it when to highlight my face, as far as like the center of my face. It doesn't feel like I have too much product. Sometimes I feel like when I go in with like a heavier duty concealer on like the tip of my nose or this part of my nose here with my foundation, it makes my nose area look really, really heavy. So this looks really, really nice just in this area alone. I also love it to carve out my contour or my bronzer if I feel like I have over applied, or if my line isn't like chiseled enough for my liking. I do really, really like this. You know, I just click it once again and I carve out my cheeks, and it blends into my skin beautifully. So it's really, really good for what it's stated it was good for, which was highlighting. So I definitely love that. Now, would I repurchase this again? Yes and no. And I know that sounds strange, but I wouldn't repurchase this one in particular because honestly, let's be real. I don't need two products to carve out my brows. I could just use my same concealer and whatnot, and then I could just use a small brush to do all those little details that I did for like my contour and my nose highlight, correct? Correct. However, I would like this in a deeper shade to maybe use as like a contour stick. I think that would be really, really nice considering this isn't a full coverage formula. It is definitely lightweight and buildable. So I feel like it would be really, really, really nice as far as like maybe a contour or like a bronzer, or liquid bronzer is what I mean, shade. So I may just go through this and finish this up, you know, use it the way that I have told you that I like using it. And then as far as repurchasing it down the line, you know, maybe something in like a darker shade would be really, really nice. As far as longevity, it lasts pretty long time on the skin. Now, like I said, I have mixed these two together. I have not worn this on its own, but in the areas that I have it on its own, you know, on top of like my regular foundation, it doesn't seem to fade away or get like dry feeling or anything like that. I have dry skin, just in case you didn't know, and because it has hyaluronic acid in it, I feel like it feels moisturizing throughout the day, and that's probably why it doesn't break down or get flaky or like patchy on me towards the end of the day. Overall, I'd say if you got the extra $5 to spend on the product to, you know, help you highlight your face, carve out the brows and things like that, go for it. It's also really, really cool if you have maybe like a shade of concealer that might be a little bit too dark and you don't want to add extra coverage, but you want to brighten it up a little bit. This could be good for that. So maybe they should have called it something else, like a mistake-proof pen or something, because I feel like I like this more to correct my mistakes with than I do as far as what it's meant to be. But yeah, I think that's all I've got to say about this product today. So let me know if you're curious in trying this, if you think it's worth the $5. I mean, e.l.f. is so incredibly affordable. I'm never upset if I get like a dud or a product that I'm just not like super thrilled about. And like I said, I don't mind this. I will finish it. I have a good use for it. I love the shade. The shade range, by the way, is a little bit iffy, but since it's so incredibly lightweight and sheer, I feel like you can get away with it and you can probably, you know, find your correct shade. I feel like this one, according to its picture, was spot on, and that's why I think I was able to find a successful shade for myself. So, yeah, if you like this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and spread my love for makeup, and I will see you guys in my next video. Okay? Bye-bye.